You silly kitty. Look at him. Oh, he's such a cute little kitty, aren't you? What are you doing, human? Oh, he's such a cute kitty, aren't you? Oh, yes. He's like, oh, the scratches. Oh, the scratches. Oh, yes. He is adorable. Kitty will stream now. Oh. Oh yes, this human is mine. This human is mine. He gives me scratches. Oh, you silly. Alright, go over here. It's all stinny inside. Just blame it all on Estinian. Kind of tempted to choose that path just to see what he says. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what he says. It was all his fault. As I recall, it was you who was chasing the tales of undersea ruins. This must be Xenos, I'm guessing. Sounds amazing. I sensed the breaching of the gate, but it was not instigated from this side. 'Twas thrown open from the other. I felt it too, a rare occurrence, yes. But such a tiny portal is beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand. An opportunity is upon us, the coming of which we have awaited nigh on 10,000 years. We dare not let it slip our grasp. Yet, must we not understand, she who breasted the cloud of darkness, even restrained by a covenant, the cloud was no feeble wisp to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal. Bah, let her come. I will drown the world and watch the fleshling gasp for breath in her final moments. Your zeal is admirable, but forget not our cause. Think back on our struggles beneath the sunless sky. Remember why we cede not our will to fight. It is time we set the war in motion and win redemption for our star.
From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them. Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first. You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world. The magics tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness. In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway. Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Somehow it messes with the frame.
Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power. To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate. The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful Gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner. Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain Exarch dragged us to the first. And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
Isn't that a stone statue, though?
Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the Gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Huh. I applaud the newfound sense of propriety. Yet in all this wide world of comparative serenity, what so compels you to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom? Void stuff. I feel like we might be granted it. Fascinating. I had no idea such a technique existed. I would have been surprised if you had. My assumption is correct. The research left behind by the House of Daymore has lain dormant in Charlane's archives for many centuries. And pray proceed. You have my full attention. I'm wondering what he's going to think of the idea. Might not be too fond of it. I'm not sure. Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time. Okay, you might be fine with it. Scholar Montache expressed much the same sentiment. I assure you, will not attempt to circumvent the form's authority again unless it's absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. Yeah, this is honestly looking. So, what did the form decide? To put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Charlian and salted the earth for good measure. But when it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question, well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then the chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms, I might add, of the incredible debt we owe to you and your companions. That served to silence the grumble. So it's thanks to him. That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines. And it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives was the least we could do in return. This is wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Yes, well, as I'm sure you are aware, the permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it is not. I wish you well in your endeavor and bid you good day. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising, aye, but that very stoicism is exactly what Charlian needed to guide it through not one but two exodus. Have you found something you'd like to show me, do you? My apologies, I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the contents. Well done, Peck. I think you may have found our prize.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about.
Well, it's here for a reason, so there's got to be something that could potentially be dangerous about it. It's knowledge falling into the wrong hands.
Among the ranks of the Voidsent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard. From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings reveal that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate. Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos.
Yeah, I can kind of see why they didn't want this getting into the wrong hands.
How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon void scent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales. And still, House Daemir went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive.
Yeah, exactly.
It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the body we've been searching for.
Don't want just anyone summoning a Void Gate. Summoning unlimited
I'd be
nasty
lying if I
creatures
said I
into the
wasn't
world.
tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves. Ah,
Yeah.
but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
What is it you're doing now?
There is something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Graha theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
Nah, no risk,
So,
no reward.
this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
Very carefully.
Very good. I see you've been paying attention. As Vritra sent his simulacrum, so too shall we rely on a familiar to bear the brunt of any unpleasant consequences.
Yes.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same. I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
It's a hideous fiend.
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born. Water, water, froth and foam!
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Fear the same.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate. I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual. In any case, these two should serve us well. This one will bear a warding scale. And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Ah, yes, of course.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well. And we are glad for it. Let us begin, shall we? Nixies, into the void.
Into shattered realms we run.
I think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side.
Man down.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
Oh, the poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
We're out of time! I must reseal the Void Gate.
They're coming through!
Are we gonna have to fight them?
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the Void!
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
Yep.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
Erosion, huh? This is seamless. Because it seems like it, maybe. Yeah. A twisted version of it? Huh. Maybe.
And thus I am returned.
Because, yeah, he says he's returned.
To be swallowed, bereft of centuries.
My apologies for keeping you waiting.
Oh, he has sword.
Vritra, I presume.
Oh, interesting.
Indeed. This vessel now serves as a host for my eye.
Huh.
I was
More
aware that the
battle-worthy.
alchemists were busy preparing something. But this...
We couldn't well send you on such a perilous mission unprepared, Your Excellency. We spared no effort in crafting the body, and I dare say you'll find it adept at wielding
However, they've
weapons and
crafted
magics
these
both.
bodies to be inhabited by him. I have no idea.
'Twas our intent to present it to you sooner, but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is naught to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use. I shall now lift the seal.
In the name of Al-Zadal III, I cast open this door unto the void!
Go. Absorb the Void Gate.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It worked. We should have no trouble passing through a gate of that size.
Oh man, the sound is so crazy good, at least on my end.
So the gate did open again, and delivered the most mouth-watering morsels.
Okay. Whatever this is, right?
I am Scarmilione, Archfiend of Earth and first of Golbez's Circle of Four. Such pleasure I will take in delivering you unto your graves. Your ether is mine!
So we're gonna first wait for that first one to go off. Wait. Oh, I guess it does hit you. This thing or something?
True despair! Stubborn mortal!
The question is, what will the minions do?
Attack, I'm guessing.
Your mistress is no more, and the one who consumed her we slew in turn. Do you still mean to try us?
I expect some Voidsent are more intelligent than others. Perhaps these ones simply do not understand our words.
Yeah.
Even beasts ought to understand strength.
There is much we do not know about Voidsent. If we are to survive their world, it would be wise to learn their ways.
Oh. I'm wondering if my suspicion is correct. I think it is.
You want the friend?
Oh, the Void Scent bound to Xenos.
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald.
How did it come to be here?
When Xenos died, its connection to the Source was severed. It was forced to return to the Void.
Huh.
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
Exactly as the cable ribbon against.
Is that Hydaelyn's crystal?
Huh.
But how? The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the Void-sent servants of Reapers. In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the Void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement.
Yeah,
My
I don't
very
think he
essence
cared
was
about
altered,
equity.
twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Indeed, it doesn't. Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature. So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question. Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
I'm back, Queen.
So, you're not a friend. Then... what is it? What is a friend? This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the Void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, void-sent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat sin-eaters, darkness begat void-sent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void-sent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void-sent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I have neglected to ask your name.
As we say mortal, you may call me Void-sent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
And call me what you will. I care not.
How about Zero?
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
As I said, I care not. Zero, then. Partnership? Are you saying you wish to strike a bargain?
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ashdaya is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us.
That was odd.
Did you say something?
No?
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
I'm curious to see what happens with Zero here. Yeah, I can stream VR chat after this.
This place is as good as any.
Just have
Let
to
me have
not
the
say
ether
any
now.
racial slurs, you know.
Very well.
What do you think, Jen? Should I trust him?
You're mine!
Isn't that the one that we defeated? They're just similar.
That I should miss my mark.
That fiend again? But we struck it down. Watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Maybe.
Death doesn't exist.
Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must. Ye drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
If it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
Yeah. Would say so.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast. Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier. Soulless domain determined. Upon their flesh.
The castle answers his call. We'd do well to break up this feast quickly.
Let's see these guests on their way.
Wait, they want to be standing next to her? Okay, I guess so.
He hastens their regeneration.
We are deathless. We cannot live that which cannot die.
This bodes ill.
Our foe has too great an advantage. We need to drag him out of this damnable feast.
There's no end in sight. A retreat may be in order.
Or we can just fight it directly.
When will you learn? No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing. Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
A name for which I did not ask. But that I nevertheless did accept.
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, We can defeat him.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine. However incurred, a debt is a debt. I will repay it here and now.
You can turn voicing into crystal.
For this is good. Tremble before my feet.
Attend to the minions first.
One's exploding first here.
Keep going.
None of them exploding first? I see.
This will hurt.
Impressive. Stand over here? Oh wait, what's this? For this shotgun thing, I see.
Another debt to repay.
I will deal with you. I'll kill you all like that.
Finally getting serious now. Very well. Let us return the favor.
And it goes bye-bye. Oh, if we switch to it. There we go.
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again! What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal. Memoria! But how? How can you have this power?
Her name is Memoria.
Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet... Ah, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
Yeah, how does she do it?
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you four hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the promised gift? In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Yes, only the strong.
Then honor the pact, and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether. This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my four arch-fiends. As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Are you all right?
The Voidsent's essence remains. But it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Yes, how did she do?
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I received my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya. Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
Alright. Now we join Jin and his gang of his rabble.